totally got the timing off today. Totally off. Totally off. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Old Gray Brick. Oh, hey, there's a button that lets me fade that in and out. That's cool. All right. Glad to have you guys here today. Thank you for joining us on a messy Monday. A very busy Monday for those of us who are going to Atlanta Brick Convention. You can see Fazoom Jr. is big time at work on his Spider-Man universe thing. Let me see. Let me pan over. Right, so there's his Spider-Man universe thing to match up with Steve's Spider-Man universe thing there. So we need to get y'all together. That's what we need to do. Display together collaboratively. So let's go ahead and say hello to everyone in the chat. Grumpy J has already given us a Grumptastical welcome. Brian Anderson is here. Hello. Skeever is here. Double King. Hello. Jesse's Brick Galaxy. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Jesse.
And Intense is here. Hey, Rich. How are you? We are getting ready for Atlanta Brick Convention. If you have not got your tickets, I got a feeling you need to get your tickets because I think things are going well there. Exhibitor tickets are sold out. You can still email the guys and see if you need it, but table space is full. He said he's doubling the space, but I think he's more than doubling the space.
Two and a half times.
Yeah, and it's full. So that's an amazing thing. I'm excited for ATL BrickCon to continue to get stronger and stronger. Intense is here, and he will be there. Alternate candidate, hello, Brick Jedi, welcome. So a couple of our compatriots, Dana had stuff going on, and I think he's getting ready. Mark was feeling kind of dumpy, so he didn't. And we were hoping that Meredith and Simon would appear. They are in Asheville doing it's a beer thing. Anyway, it's beer. And I have a feeling they would be slurring their words at least if they were here tonight. So, but I'm a Baptist. I don't know anything about that. Jeff, you're coming to hang out with us. So when are you leaving, dude?
Tomorrow morning. As to what time, I'm not sure. I'm going to wake up, and when I wake up, pack the car, pack the trailer, because it's below freezing here. So if I pack everything tonight, I'm worried the bins will start cracking. So I'm hoping they have enough.
How much below freezing is it there?
Oh, it's a few degrees below freezing. So
okay. Tell me in American.
Like 32 is freezing in the States. What's freezing?
Yes.
So it's probably like 29, maybe 30.
Okay.
So it's it's not that bad, that much below. But it's enough to just make me worry. Meredith and them are still drinking. Meredith and Simon.
I wonder if she had a, what is the safety driver? The designated driver. I wonder if she has a designated typer for herself tonight.
Probably not.
Now, would you arrive? You're going to arrive on Thursday, is that right?
Yeah, I'm staying in Kentucky Wednesday or tomorrow night. Yeah, well, this is true too.
I thought you were going to get here on Wednesday.
I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I'm staying in Kentucky. Yeah. Just like by the Cincinnati airport there. It's in Kentucky for some reason. And then the next morning, on Wednesday morning, I'll drive down to you guys. So I plan to be there early, well, probably mid-afternoon. I'll stop at the Lego store and the Bricks and Minifigs on that end of town and then work my way over to Matt's, which I'll probably need Matt's address between now and then. I probably have it, Matt. I just have to look it up.
870 Wacker Avenue.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
Just gave us his address.
I'm not giving my address out. Although, I mean, if you just Google me, you could probably find it. But.
Yeah. Well, I'll message you later.
Yeah, I'll be in class probably when you get here because I teach 2 to 5 on Wednesday.
Well, I'm gonna
be there. So.
I'll probably like part of my I don't know. For when I leave Kentucky, when I leave my hotel in Kentucky, if I wait till 9 o'clock, I can hit the Bricks and Minifigs in Lexington, Kentucky, because they open at 10 and it's about an hour drive.
Okay.
So I was I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to, I wake up and I just want to start earlier in the morning. Waiting around is boring, right? So So I'm not sure yet. And if
So-
I do stop there, then it makes me later getting into town. So
Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
I understand wanting to stop at a mixture of Lego stores on your cross transnational journey, because
Yeah.
there may be different parts on the wall. What kinds of things do you look for at like a Bricks and Minifigs? Are you looking for any particular old sets? Or are you just curious to see what they have?
curious to see what they have. Maybe a few castle figs here and there if there's something.
Okay.
I'm still trying to collect the dark green and the red and white series of castle figs that came out in around 2007 or 2008, because my kids were really young and I just didn't have the money to buy the sets back then.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm just slowly trying to build up my armies, even though I'm not trying to army build at the same time. I'm just trying to collect them because the castle is big. It needs lots of figs. So I did manage to our Walmart here in town we have two Walmarts in town, and I hit both of them on the same day, and they both had a case of the collectible figs out. My first Walmart basically had the older style QR code, so I couldn't scan them, so I randomly took 6 and bought them because I didn't know if I'd find any anywhere else. I went down to my other store because they didn't have what I was looking for at the first store outside of Lego, and they had the figs as well, and they all had the new QR code, so I scanned them, and I got 3 of the mushroom characters and 3 of the goat guys.
Nice.
So I basically took all the ones that I wanted.
Good pull.
Martin, I might have a bigger army than Canada. This is true. Probably more updated equipment.
Probably
No, I'm sure.
Stever, I saw that. Stever is, in fact, Stever, if you want to throw that link, if you're ready to go with it, Stever has got some Old Gray Bricks hats with breast cancer awareness or cancer awareness ribbon on them. So we would love for people to buy those. Yeah, it looks like the Old Gray Brick thing right there, but it's got a pink ribbon on it, and so that will be cool. Grumpy J is just missing the Mushroom Girl and the Detective. Yeah, I stopped in a couple of Walmarts on my way home from South Georgia because I was in the middle of nowhere, and I found in the Walmart a case that had been rummaged through and a whole edge display of the new of all the CMFs. They all had the small QR code in them, so I couldn't scan any of them. Did I get any? No, I refused. So
I'll sell them off whatever I don't need. Like I got the 3 goats and the 3 mushrooms, and then in that original 6 I bought, I ended up getting another goat guy too. So I got 4 of the goat guys. So I was happy with that.
Yeah, I've got at least 2 goat guys, and no one has explained to me why he has a communion wafer. I don't understand. Is that supposed to be
sarcastic, right? It's goat cheese.
Oh, I thought it was like
cheese?
It's goat cheese, yeah.
I thought he was like shaving the goat.
No, goat cheese is white.
Oh, it's goat cheese. Oh.
That's what I assumed it was, at least.
Chris thinks that the only cheese that exists is Velveeta. That's why he didn't understand.
I have a very cool Velveeta shirt, but
is there Cheese Whiz in the States?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's just making sure.
So Velveeta is Cheese Whiz. So
no, only Cheese Whiz is Cheese Whiz.
Oh, I gotcha. So I'm considering I gotta discuss it with the wife. I may get a hotel room for Friday night and Saturday night, and to see what's going on. But I can get a hotel closer for cheaper than the block rooms or whatever. It does not have breakfast though, so that means if I were to stay, I would need Waffle House both days. So there. Yeah, I'll call you, and we need to get Simon in on this. You know what I'm saying? So we need to film Canadians at Waffle House.
Yeah, I don't know where Simon's staying, but is he staying with Meredith, or has he got a place to stay? Or
I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Boy, if only they were monitoring our chat.
Yeah, if only.
If they were processing our speech at a normal.
I didn't think people who were in New Hashima slept. I thought they just built the whole time.
I think they will. I think they're just going to be a little like a beehive where the bees surround the queen. They start to hum and make heat. That's just how New Hashima works. They hover and then
it just forms.
It
well,
forms.
Meredith's obviously the queen of that hive. right?
That is. She is.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
So I was over talking to Meredith and Brian this Saturday, and I just need to report because I don't think this has come through, but Doug has gotten much larger. Like the last time I saw Doug was still, I guess, puppy, but man, Doug is a big dog now.
I can tell from the pictures she sent of Doug. He's a big dude. Canucks know what Tim Hortons is, but Waffle House is. Yes, it is. It is the holy house of awesome food.
Yeah, but Tim Hortons and Waffle House are not the same. Nowhere.
Yeah, no, they're totally not.
No.
And you know what? I don't get waffles at Waffle House. That is not my favorite food there. The hash browns are king. So
we now have Tim Hortons in Georgia, but not in Atlanta yet.
Oh, where?
You have to go to Columbus, Georgia to get your Tim Hortons. And one of my friends, who's a big Canucks fan, loves Tim Hortons, drove all the way to Columbus the opening weekend just to get his Tim Hortons.
I'm behind. I just finally went to Whataburger the other day, and it was good. But
I went to one in Alabama, and I was very disappointed, frankly, in the Whataburger.
It's just a burger. But now I will say the patty melt is very delicious. So, but the rumor is that In-N-Out is coming to Atlanta. So,
hey, keep it friendly.
I don't know what that means.
So who's going to stand in line, or who's going to stay in line or in the drive-through for, 8+ hours in order to get some?
Yeah, the Whataburgers around here were like that. It's calmed down. I was in there in and out at the I was in and out at the Whataburger, so now I'm mixing metaphors, I guess. And it's Christopher. How are you, sir?
Is he talking? No, he's not
talking.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey, man. Are you a Christopher or are you a just a Chris?
Technically, I'm a fur, but only my mother's allowed to call me by that.
I got it. I'm with you.
So if you're in trouble and we just say Christopher, you'll know you're in trouble.
I mean, I just assume.
Is it followed by your middle name?
My ex is a Jennifer, but she goes by Jen. Her father always called her Fur, and it always made me laugh because I felt like saying it to her sometimes. Ooh, that looks pretty.
Wait. Oh, look at that.
Nice. It looks offset, but it's technically centered perfecly. It's just such a odd logo.
Yep, that is why. I don't know if you noticed the new one in the new space set. They've shortened the little rocket launch and centered the planet. It makes sense, but oh yeah, there you go. Look at there.
Awesome.
Ooh. So does that mean if you're displaying at Moonbase, you get one of those bricks?
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't know
bricks are not exactly free. Okay.
I didn't know if these were like a con gift or you're just trying out printing techniques or what.
I needed the little round thing for a ship I built.
Oh.
And then I printed this as a wood.
Am I at an angle? Is it my camera?
Maybe. The other way. It's fine.
So here's the ship I was building last week during the show.
Space.
It's finished now, so.
I like it.
Oh, it might have a reverse shield print too.
Oh, look at the hair.
Ooh, a reverse one.
Yeah.
You're going to be selling some of this stuff, right?
Yeah, I think I am.
Good. Find me, or I'll find you.
It's got some guns and stuff, got a little solar collector on top, some fancy engines in the back. Basically, it's the XL15 plus a few extra parts.
What? You had a guest pop in and then leave, by the way.
No, behind you.
Behind you. Sure.
Oh, he doesn't have any guests. That's a ghost.
Oh.
Then here's ship number 2. It's still in process.
I like it.
It's got a dark blue shield.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's still in process. It's basically the new spaceship times 2, as you can tell. But I'm working to do 2 engines on the sides like that.
Nice.
And a little swivel there we go, a little swivel cannon in the back.
Fancy.
Now you need to do one of those shields for every color of the new space figs.
That's doable.
Yep.
I don't have the part is the only non-doable part.
So, Chris, that we kind of bounced an idea around for the club. This would be a future project for a future con, but it would be cool since we have our collaborative builds, and then a lot of us have our own little tables about. Is to have a little sign that everyone could have at their mock area that says "built by a member of Peach Slug," that they would display. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way, people can see that the club is doing other things other than our collaboratives and everything. So, I think it's a healthy thing that the collaboratives are still going on, but then people are doing bigger and better things outside of the collaboratives. That's because we're coming less train and town centric. But it would be cool to have a little identifying little plaque, like one of those nice new big tiles and everything printed on it and everything. So
I did print some test colors on 1x8s.
Oops, let's see. Oh, nice. Very cool.
The 2 1x8s work so much better, in my opinion.
You like?
I know it takes up more space and brick, but they just work better.
I think I like the yellow background better.
I do because I like the yellow and put the little white outline on there. I
You
think
can print in white.
You're going for Boral.
Yeah, I can print white.
Yes, he's able to print white. That's why he's awesome.
But yeah, just something I've been working on.
But anyway, we just try to figure out maybe a standard, one of those big. But it would be cool just to, like, in front of the spaceships, built by a member of Peach Slug. Boom, right there, so you know what group is in. Oh yeah, I got dibs, bro.
Hey, Chris, can I ask you a question? Since I'm heading down your way this week, can you put me on full screen for a minute, Chris? I have a graphic for my Talos office. That the green here actually is dithered with white, I think, originally. So when I print it, it's not lime green as it should be. If I were to bring the parts for you and send you the file and pay you whatever you need, would you be able to print a couple of these for me that would fit on? Like it's basically the 3 longs and then
2 window parts.
2 windows and then 6 of the smaller ones doubled.
I might have the small ones here. I don't have the big ones. I don't.
Yeah, I can bring them for you. Like, are you going home in between type stuff?
I am. I mean, you actually come within a mile of my house on your way down.
Oh,
You're
okay.
welcome to stop by on the way down. So.
Well, let me know where you are, and maybe I will. But yeah, if that's a possibility, like.
Yeah, as long as you got the artwork, and
I have the file,
like hours worth of work to fix it, like some people send me. You know.
Yeah, I have the original file. Like that, I have the official my office files.
Sure.
Because
he has a legal agreement allowing him to use the.
I have a trademark agreement with them right now to use the logo. So
that's what I like. That's what I like.
But
an international trademark issue over.
You won't go to jail helping them out.
Well, for this year at least.
Yeah.
Tellus will not hunt you down in Atlanta and come after you.
Throw your email in private chat and I'll reach out to you if that's a possibility. If you could.
Pete Wills wants bricks.
And yeah, I'll buy some of those other bricks off you too because they look fun.
We'll work it all out.
All right.
Cool deal. But anyway, yeah, back to the project for the club. Something I just want to even make it look like the Peach Slug logo is on one of the bricks, and maybe make something a little side that says made by Peach Slug. Something cool that would stand out and be neat. Anyway, all right. So, Chris, you are commuting back and forth. Is that correct? Is that what
I am? Yeah, I can't make it Thursday, but I will be there Friday. Whenever, I don't know when they open, but whenever they open, I guess.
They open Friday morning at what time again? We get in Friday morning? Gosh, I can't remember now. I think it's like 8 in the morning, something like that, crazy like that.
Okay, maybe not that early, but
Yeah, I won't. Be
that's
there.
a long drive plus rush hour going the wrong way. So
Sorry, what
Hey,
time?
corridor and not my fun times.
What time are you talking about that they opened? That's for the Friday or the Thursday?
Friday. Thursday's noon.
Thursday's
Thursday.
noon.
Oh, okay.
Friday is in the morning, but it's open till late. So, Chris, let me ask you a question. If I have stuff that I can't fit to take back on Sunday, could you give me a transport back?
Well, possibly, but I volunteered to bring a whole lot, so.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see what it looks like Thursday night, Friday morning. How about that?
I got you.
I kind of have an entire corner of the layout now, apparently. So.
Oh, do you?
What's going to be in your?
What it looks like.
Oh, which on the
city side? I do have 2 Moonbase modules built now. Well, I have 2 Moonbase Mills plates built with 1 module being worked on.
Okay, cool. That's cool. No, that's no problem. I mean, I can make it happen. So,
I just don't know how much space I'm gonna have. I think most of my stuff will stack. Last year I was carrying all of Jenny's stuff from Wild Bricks too, so I did not have the room. This year I'm not carrying anything for her, so very possibly. That's the best I can say. Very possibly.
I don't know how all mine's going to pack and Jake's going to pack, and if I bring more stuff, I'm going to take all that I can Thursday morning. But if I've got more that I need to bring, my wife can come get it. It's not a problem, but if she doesn't have to,
no. If I can get it for you, I will. Yeah, we'll be more than happy to. Well, let me get back to you Friday on that, and we'll figure that out for sure.
And it may be that I can get it all in our drop on Thursday, so that'll be
all right. So you're going Thursday to set up and everything?
I'm going Thursday, help unload tables, set up tables, and then I'm going to start getting as much of my stuff together as I can.
Gotcha.
And hopefully I won't have too much to bring. I will probably bring spaceships Thursday and then Moonbase on Friday. So
yeah, I just couldn't get off Thursday. I had too much going on.
I gotcha. Well, we've left poor Steve out. Let's talk to Steve. Steve,
keep going.
I understand that you almost melted all of your bricks. Is that right?
Yeah, I almost destroyed my house. Well, kind of. I'm glad it didn't happen that way. So Friday, I got off of work at noon, and I didn't have to pick my kids up from school till 3. So I was really excited to get home and go in the leg room and do some stuff. I had a reel that I was thinking about doing for a couple of days, so I had that all planned out in my head. I get down in my Lego room, and within 3 minutes, my lights they kind of flickered, and then all the power in my Lego room went off. And I went downstairs and I checked the breaker, and the breaker popped. So I pushed it back in and went back upstairs, and nothing happened. So I kept pushing the breaker in and out, and nothing was going on. So I'm not really an electrician. Called my dad up. He's really not an electrician, but he's got more experience in that than I do. He came over, so I had to wait for him to get here. It probably took an hour. So mind you, the only room in the house that there's no power on is the Lego room. So it's kind of ironic that it was that way. Got power and everything else, but not the Lego room. So we ended up doing some testing, and there's another half of another room that wasn't working. So we figured maybe there's a loose connection, and it's all daisy chained together or something. So the last outlet we check for loose connections or whatever is that outlet right there. And we opened it up, and it's I don't remember spray painting that black. And, we opened it up, and it was burnt, and the outlet itself was melted, and the wires inside were there was no insulation on them, probably 1.5 to 2 inches, and so the nuts that hold the wires together, those were melted. And so it must have electricity must have arced from wire to wire and just tripped the breaker and everything stopped working. So I had to go, by that time it was 3:00 and I had to go get my kids. So my dad starts working on it and I get back and everything's fine. But in the meantime, all these ceiling tiles had to get moved and he was working inside the box. So my whole room was just dusty and bumping into all my buildings and just I couldn't take it. I'm I got to go get my kids. I got to go. So long story short, I guess maybe long story done, but I've been in a deconstruction mode. I used to have this whole table here was a city. And last year for Brick World, I decided to bring a city layout. And so my city's been in shambles for a year now. So I've just been taking apart the things that really aren't on display. They've just been collecting dust. And yeah, so I haven't built anything. I've actually taken apart more than I've built. So I've got a whole, I don't know, probably 13 bags right now that are just full of Lego that I'll probably end up rebuilding at some point. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but because my city doesn't really have, I don't really want to have sets in my city. I want everything to be custom or modified. Mm-hmm. So those sets are just kind of sitting in bags now until I figure out what I'm going to do with my new city eventually someday. So yeah, almost burned down the house. Didn't, which is good.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah. You should make protesters with this city's in shambles, walking around.
We will rebuild.
Well, good dude. I'm glad you did not burn the joint down because that would have been horrific. Although I don't know if you are like me that you think about it. If we had a house fire, there would be toxic waste smoke from this basement that would, ruin the neighborhood for everybody else. If there was a tornado, there would be the most colorful debris filled, if it hit here, that kind of thing. So
my room would just look like a big pile of chewed Skittles.
Yes, that's exactly it. So, all right. Let's see. We have Matt. Tell us about your prep. How goes prepping for Atlanta Brick?
Yeah, so I started putting the mosaic together downstairs yesterday, Saturday and Sunday, and it's in sections that I have zip tied that break down that fit into 2 boxes to go on an airplane. So that's the last time I took it was to Salt Lake. So it was broken down into these components, and so I stick 4 components together, and it's 6.6 feet tall. Started putting them together and ran out of zip ties. I got them snapped together with Technic pins, but I couldn't zip tie them tight. So I actually went to get some zip ties. Zip ties have gone up. I went to Home Depot and I bought a bag of 500, and I was like, these seem like they're more expensive. I got my last batch off Amazon, but I didn't want to wait. I wanted them now because I wanted to zip tie the last panel. And I was feeling really good. And then I stood them up, and one of the section panel, I joined 2 sections, but I joined them this way instead of this way. So I'm going to have to snip all the zip ties on that join and pull it apart and put it back together again.
It's called a Picasso.
Yeah. Well, the first time I put it together, I actually put it together with one lady's head upside down. I completely rotated a whole panel so that it did look like a cubist version of Sunday Afternoon. So that's pretty good. I went and measured the back seat of my CRV. If I lay the seat down, I think I can get these big panels in. So I think on Thursday, I can just bring in 4 very large sections, snap them together, zip tie, and then add some more metal rods and then stand it up. So I think that'll go very quickly. Tomorrow, I'm not teaching. I have a meeting, but I'm going to get out. I'm going to unbox the Jetsons Tower and put it together here in the Lego room. So I'm trying to finish putting away tan tonight because tan is what I got sorted in my big winter sort. And tan is really boring. I have so much tan because I never use it. The amount of tan in my collection just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I'm putting the tan away so I can get up the teal of the Jetsons Tower and put that stuff together. So I'm looking forward. The Jetsons Tower has not come out of the boxes since Brick World Chicago 2 years ago. So we'll see how much repair needs to be done. But I have a full day. Other than my one meeting at 2:00, I can work on it. So that's coming along. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I need to work on my my tokens, but I can probably do that in the evening. I can probably do that sitting around talking to Jeff once he gets here. It won't take that long to make the tokens. So I'm in pretty good shape. Originally, I thought maybe I would do some rock work around the base of the Jetsons Tower, but I don't really see that there's going to be time for that. And the one thing that I was surprised about as I was sorting is we all know that Lego white and Lego blue discolor with sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a few tan pieces that are discolored on the edge and some regular yellow pieces that are discolored. And I didn't realize that it's possible to change yellow or tan. So not a lot, just a handful of pieces. But yeah, white, blue, and what's the other color? There's another color discolors.
Well, old gray and
Old
new gray.
gray.
They both discolor.
New gray will.
Yeah.
Both grays. Yeah. So those I knew about, but it is possible to screw up yellow and tan. So that I discovered. The other thing is that as I'm sorting, there's certain color. I don't use just regular blue all that much. I don't hardly ever use tan. And I was sorting through this bin of used Lego that I bought years ago, and I was getting to the point where I'm like, oh, this one has a tooth mark in it. Toss it aside. Like, I'm getting very choosy. Oh, these don't. I stack them up, and like, if they don't seem to stay stuck together, I'm like, okay, clearly this one is lost its grip power. I'm going to toss that one out.
I believe that's called elitism.
It's called, I have too many bricks and colors I don't use, so I'm just tossing the ones that don't fit. So I'm getting choosy, I guess, in my old age. But yeah, getting ready, looking forward to it, trying to get all my school stuff done, clear the decks. The other thing that's going on is I'm the ambassador, and so I'm working on getting our bulk list out, and it's going to be interesting. So we always vote on that kind of thing, and I'm sure other lugs around the country. Usually in the past, when the list is released by Lego, there's one ambassador who does extra work to pull in prices from Bricklink and do some other things, add some extra information. And for whatever reason, that ambassador is apparently very busy and not responding to anyone's messages. So we are going to be sharing a less detailed version of the list that comes from Lego. But I know people who are participating in Bulk Lug are probably pretty excited to take a look. Somebody asked me if Space Baby parts were on there, and I said, honestly, I haven't looked. There's always, if you look in the minifig area, there's always so many like heads and torsos and feet. If you give me the part number, I was like, I could look it up, but I was like, I'm just going to send everybody the list here in a couple of days. But it is interesting to see. I don't know how Lego makes their decisions about these things, but killer whales are on there, orcas, and baby seals you can order.
Any clubs?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
What's that?
Are there
clubs?
No, but you could probably, poop. You could probably make parts out of the parts. You can make some clubs. So, but there are no goats. So my dream of getting 1,000 goats or something off, Bulk Lug's not going to happen. But maybe goats will be there next year. I don't know. But somebody said, well, goats are in a CMF and those parts may or may not show up on Bulk Lug. But I'm assuming we're getting goats in some other sets, and they're going to use that mold more than one time. I would be shocked if that goat mold isn't used multiple times now that it's there.
There was a leaked image last year during Atlanta BrickCon, actually, that was a really grainy picture, and there was a goat in it in that set as well. So maybe that goat will appear for next year's Lug Bulk, not Bulk Lug, Lug Bulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you think about the city line, I'd be shocked if we didn't get a farm set that didn't have some goats in it or something.
Well, I think there's supposed to be a new medieval village set coming out, and it's in that one, I believe.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to advertise what the set was, but
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I just like that was the really grainy picture that leaked last year was a medieval.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen really clear pictures. I thought that was an actual.
Oh, yeah, okay. I only saw like really grainy ones.
Ah.
So I haven't seen anything more up to date than that.
It is interesting to me what Lego chooses to recolor sometimes. So in the the masonry brick type, they are giving us yellowish green, or what I'd call pale yellow, but they call it bright yellowish green. And that is not a color I ever expected to get in the masonry style. As is the light lavender. I never would expect we would get that in that particular mold either. So sometimes they surprise us with what colors get made. And
Must be in a Friends set.
Yeah, I was gonna say Friends or the Disney ones. I can't remember which one it was, but like
and,
Encanto had a weird colored brick too. I think the Encanto house, right? Maybe it was one of those.
Could be. And then the ingot piece, which initially came, the ingot piece, which initially they've kind of like slowly added more and more colors for the ingot mold. I think the bulk lug has something like 20 different ingot colors. Like I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of different ingots. I don't even know what I would do with that many ingots. And of course, we've got new plant pieces. We've got those kind of frond pieces, and the ones that have a stud and then kind of stick up and curve over. Those are available in a variety of colors. So lots of new plant parts. I challenged the other ambassadors. I said, which one of you is going to put orcas on your 85 part list and then do a giant orca mock as a lug? And one of the other ambassadors replied, I love orcas. Don't tempt me. So if there ever ends up being 50, and of course you have to order a minimum of 50 if it's on your bulk lug list. If there's ever a 50 orca display, I'm going to take partial credit for instigating the idea of 50 orcas. So
you should. I can't imagine. I mean, no, I can't imagine.
He's the one to blame. Get him.
Yeah. I mean, even if you were doing something like a kind of SeaWorld layout or something, that's still a lot of orcas to
yeah, considering you only have like 2.
Right. There's the backstage where there's like 48 other orcas.
There are a bunch of orcas back there smoking and like
understudies.
Man, it's been really bad out there today.
Break a fin.
The quality of the shrimp has really gone down in this place.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I can't wait to see the list. I'm just interested to see it. Do you know if the trans yellow panel is on there from the Monkey Kid set?
If you send me a part number, I can check. I mean, there's only 11,570 parts.
And you haven't looked through it all yet?
Gosh.
Yeah.
No, I clicked on plant botanical pieces, and I clicked on a couple things that I tend to pick, and I was like, yeah, I already have a list of 20 things I'm interested in, so I'll just let other people go through.
I always love loading up that Google file, and my computer kind of going, oh. You can feel it start downloading that baby, and it's like, oh my gosh. And you're grabbing images from everywhere, and the internet's going crazy. Yeah.
I think it actually loads faster now because there are fewer columns this time. So,
it doesn't have all the linked info from Bricklink.
Yeah, it's not pulling stuff in. I actually sorted this in Google Sheets, and I was actually shocked at how quickly it sorted. So I think the fact that basically somebody just scraped all the data off of the ordering site that Lego had go live. So I think there's only 5 columns. So
it's not the actual list yet from Lego. It's just the potential list.
Well, multiple people have asked the person that's supposed to respond, and there has been no response for multiple days. So we're all like, I guess we should just use the order platform and start looking at parts, because the lack of information has been disappointing. Questions are not getting answered. And, so I'm like, well, let's get started.
I'm looking up part numbers. Hang on.
The only thing they told us was that the initial ordering platform, which has the 11,000 parts, was missing base plates, and then they told us, then they added the base plates in. So there were 11 base plates that were not in the initial cut, but they're now showing up. So, but as far as we know, that's the final list.
All right, here's the part number that we need to find us in trans yellow. It's part number 60581. It's panel.
And yes, Andrew, he did say orcas.
Yeah, I already ordered like 9 orcas off Bricks and Pieces, so I don't need 50 more.
I know in my last club what we did, if there was something like that where we knew we weren't going to, no one person would want 50. We would just all kind of, one person would order 50 and we'd distribute it.
Yeah.
Just trade out or pay each other, whatever needed to be done for that. So,
well, you don't submit the list completely like individually by person.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you can just say 50 orcas and, $10 from one guy, $10 from another guy. Like, it all comes out of their own budget.
As long as the club numbers were even,
Right. So Jeff, you might be interested in this. I did notice I clicked on the minifig accessory category and the minifig shield part.
Yeah.
There were about 6 different like castle type shield logos. Okay. So
I've got a lot of them, but I will double check that for sure.
So I don't know if that means that in the minifig torso there are matching torsos.
Oh, probably not.
But there, I mean, last time they had the 2 from the recent castle, plus they had the horse. Was it bearding? Is that what they call it?
Barding, yeah.
Barding. They had the horse barding, and I know our neighbors in South Carolina, Lug, they actually made that made their final 85 cut. So yeah.
Last year I placed an order through Lego and I got 40 of those barding things on accident.
Okay.
So I've got a big bag of them.
Jeff, I know who you need to talk to now.
I've had them on my Bricks and Pieces shopping list for a while, and I've just never bothered because they came out to be really expensive online. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
The other thing that one of the ambassadors said, and we are not allowed to discuss prices publicly, but he noted that prices seem to have gone up a little bit from last year. So I'll just leave it there.
Cash grab.
The inflation appears to have hit bulk order as well.
You need to look on the list for part 60581 and see if
Hang on. I can't remember that many numbers. The part numbers are too long. Okay, now I'm ready.
60581.
60581. Okay.
If I can remember the code to take the shields down on the Reliant, which is 16309, you can remember which in Star Trek, only 6 digits can take down a spaceship. That's not really secure. But anyway, is it on there?
Most Lego part numbers are 7 digits. I'm actually surprised that one's that short.
Oh,
I have to go downstairs to look.
That'll just give you the individual part. You need the actual color coded ID one.
Yeah, I need the long numbered one.
60581. I'll look it up. That's so weird. I actually just pulled one of those in Trans Clear out of my store. So I went to go to Brick Lake and I already have the screen up with 60581. I'm like, wait, what? Oh.
I will say that I tried to look up the quarter dome Trans Clear pieces that were in the city space, and I didn't see them in the windshield section. Now, it's possible they're listed under a different section because sometimes that happens where a part you think would fit into a category doesn't show up in that category, but shows up in another category.
I wonder if it's under panel.
I have the number now.
Panel.
Okay.
646 9275.
Okay. Because I think Moto said that their lug ordered those quarter dome pieces last time, and that seems like a part that, like, if you want it, you probably want it in some quantity. So if you're a space person and you want quarter domes, or if you're going to do some kind of like, you're going to have a big greenhouse layout, you might want multiple of those. And obviously you need 4 of them just to make the dome. So, All right, I'll be back.
Guys, I need to run for the evening. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see most of y'all at least later this week.
Chris, just really quickly, that link you sent in private chat, is that your stuff or someone else's?
No, that's a guy I've met before on Instagram.
Very fair enough. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd seen that or not.
No, I haven't. But
it's really awesome stuff.
Yeah, some custom Lego parts for Castle Guys. For those of you wondering what we're talking about.
That's cool.
Instagram custom Lego Warriors.
With that said, I do paint minis for D&D, and
yeah,
I'm looking at some of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I might need some of this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, I do need to run. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Great time. We'll catch you later this week.
See you, Chris.
I'll see you this week.
And just holler at me if you need something. See ya.
Well,
Bye.
so Matt was looking at the part number. Did he go pee or something?
I think he said he had to go downstairs for it. I'm like, why did you write the number? I don't know.
He's gonna come back with an old school spreadsheet with the dot matrix printer with all the numbers on them and
oh jeez. Yeah, I know our the Toralug Discord channel has been blowing up today because that list was given out to them as well. And I'm in the office today, and I'm like, I don't have time to look at this. But
we'll just sit here and stare longingly until he gets back.
Anyways, it's cool if I could get Chris to print those things for me.
Yeah, that would be neat. That'd be good.
Yeah, originally I was going to farm it out to one of the guys in Quebec, but that means I've got to worry about shipping and stuff, and if I don't have to worry about that, that just makes life a lot easier.
Yep.
So, I don't know if I was. Let's try that sentence again. The bricks and pieces stock for what do you call it? Bestsellers has been going up.
Okay.
They're now up to 3,560 pieces as bestsellers. It was like 2,600 or 2,400 a couple of weeks ago. So they're slowly raising it up, I guess, as the parts come in.
Cool.
So I mean, yeah, cool. But then now we're getting more parts that are bestsellers. So now it's like, well, you might not have enough parts to fill the minimum quantity for shipping to bypass the shipping costs and stuff. And there's less parts that are non-bestsellers. So I don't know. It's like it's a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time.
I guess.
So, hey, there's Matt.
Did you have to go find another computer or?
Yeah, I'm on my iPad up here. The list is on my desktop downstairs.
Okay.
Give the guy a break, man.
It's a large list, I mean, you can't just download it everywhere. Well, the list is. I was looking on the order platforms. You got to be logged in. Anyways, so how happy will you be, and how disappointed will you be if it's not on or off?
Okay. I don't have a murderous weapon here, so we'll be all right.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, son, to leave the room.
It's on the list. Woo! So I guess I know what your top.
My part number 1 is right there, baby.
I can't say on the air what it costs, but in the private chat, you can.
$1 million.
Boom, boom. Yes,
I'm clicking on the Google Doc right now from our Toralug site. Oh yeah, it did load pretty quick. Nice. Wow, $1 million. That is a lot.
How many Danish kroner does it take to?
It's 1.5 in Canadian.
I was gonna say it's 1 million. That's actually 1 million Canadian. The price that you posted there.
Oh, that's cheap then.
Yeah. Oh geez.
So I did mount. I've got my 2. This is my. You want to see what I built for New Hashima? I built this, and I built.
Ooh, I like it.
I built this. Little scooters. That is all
awesome.
I built. This is I'm helping. I'm in New Hashima.
The white one has a spaceman spiff feel about it.
Yep. Yeah. It's a zippy little.
It looks fast.
It's very fast.
It looks fast, and it's a single person driving it.
So I want to walk over like Friday morning when they're all bedraggled and they're all, somebody's thrown up and they just put a towel over it, and everything. And then I'll set my 2 little speeders on. I'm like, man, that makes it all,
Now it looks good.
That's right. That's right. This is what it needed, guys. I'm just telling you.
It really pulls the room together.
Be like, I'm done. See you later.
Thank you. Thank you, Leroy. That's awesome.
You're awesome.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I kind of feel like I'm not bringing a bunch of new stuff I've built. I have a few things. But anyway, is that from a Saturday?
The other thing.
He's made a little smoke trail for this for the Spider-Verse thing.
I've always wondered why Spider-Man needs a car.
Yeah, fair question.
Sell toys
when he runs out of web fluid.
That's true.
Of course, I guess it depends on what Spider-Man you're referring to, because different Spider-Man had different ways of making webs, I guess.
The other thing that I've come to realize about with a local con like Atlanta Brick Con is, unlike Brick World, I don't feel like I have to take everything I've ever built. This year I'm taking the mosaic and I'm participating only in the space layout, and I'm not bringing any of my buildings like the ones behind me. But next year I might bring all buildings and no space. So that's the nice thing about it being local, is you can mix it up. You don't have to. I'll be showing ad infinitum at the show, presumably, so I don't need to. Like when I went to Chicago the first year, I literally packed up and built practically like every mock I'd ever made, because I was like, it'll be the only time I go to this big North American show. And then we get back and Chris and Mark and everybody's like, that was so much fun. Let's go back next year. And I was like, I guess I didn't need to take everything.
Well, I kind of feel the opposite. This is home show, so I've got to throw it all down, man. I can't let my people down.
You can bring more stuff too, right? Like just because of that.
Yeah, it's a 45-minute, to here and back. If there's empty space, I'm like, I'll be right back, But now it was nice when it was 20 minutes from here at the Civic Center, because I literally could, I would be back and forth in 45 minutes with something else. That was nice. I have to go through Atlanta, and that's not so nice. So that could be 10 extra minutes to an hour and a half extra going through Atlanta. So that's why I'm going to bring a load one day and then see what I need and bring it the next day. So
bring a load.
It
just does not sound right, sir.
I don't know what that means. It's
I
a
know.
car load, a pant load, butt load, whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Why are people texting me?
Because your butt load comment.
I guess.
They're surprised you'd say something so crappy.
Do we want to talk about certain Facebook posts today?
Yeah, I may bring that up, but let's see.
Woo!
Hello.
Yeah, we're still hanging out. Hold on, let me get Simon.
Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn my camera around. Hold on.
Oh, there he is.
Settings. Camera.
Camera around.
That's not how you turn your camera around.
We'll go ahead and fill that in. Simon was trying to join us, but
he tried.
They tried.
I wonder if they're in the former roller skating rink that's turned into a barbecue joint, because that's the fun place to
go. I don't know.
All right, wave.
Zoom.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, that looks out of control. Look at those people.
Oh,
the place is packed.
Just saying hi.
Party.
All right. Signing off. Here's Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Bye. All right. See you guys.
Where's Doug?
Doug's the
is
designated
in,
driver.
Oh, that makes sense. That's probably safer.
Yeah.
Doug is in the doggy spot, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. And speaking of that, just our thoughts and prayers and everything for our good friend. He announced on Facebook yesterday or late yesterday. Our friend Joe Mino. Joe Mino has prostate cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah, he announced that, and so our best to him. Praying for him. I did get to chat with him a minute. Matt, you said something. It's like, since I've been through something, you kind of have the cred to say, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about that" or whatever, and you do, and that's a great thing to do. But flip side of that is, I hate that he's going through this. It seems fairly advanced. It is survivable, and he knows of a friend who, even at this stage, was able to bounce back from it. So it is prostate cancer. So it has gone around, but it is recoverable. I've got a friend. I got two friends that have been through that recently and have battled it back. So that's a good thing. So just be thinking, because Joe means a lot to a lot of us. He's an old guy like us. I didn't realize Joe was 60 something. And
Wow.
I'm like, when did that happen?
Yeah. I would not have guessed that.
No, but this is also a reminder, because he said it. If whatever you've got, whatever they are, or whatever it is, you need to go get it checked as much as possible. So whatever your things are, your what's are, your who, whatever needs to be squished or scanned or whatever, get it done, because you don't want to let that slip up on you. So, and this is coming from the guy who needs to go have what Dana had as soon as he can. So anyway, so our thoughts are with and prayers are with Joe, our good friend. And if you don't know, he does Brick Journal. He's one of the guys that started Sort Lug, that meets on Friday nights through Zoom. And Joe's done a lot in the community. He even tried to keep Brickfest going in 2006, which we called JoeCon, which was probably the biggest gathering of space folks that we had ever had at the time. And Jeff Van Winden was there with his Canadian hockey spaceship, which was one of my favorites.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's because that was like 20 years ago.
Well, but there's pictures.
Hop on a brick shelf and have fun.
Okay.
It is hard to believe that's 18 years ago, though.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
Yeah. Stever said a regular derm appointment's probably saved his life. That's right. Caught that cancer early, which is one of the reasons he's got the Steve. If you've got that link, throw it in the chat over here, and we can put it out. If not, we'll get it up later. But Stever's making cool hats, and you can change the color of the ribbon for the particular cancer, I believe, that you want to support with that. Get your mammograms. Yep, there you go. Because it's not fun. It's not funny. Get them checked, whatever they are. So there you go. Anyway, I Pink Wheels and I were sending messages back and forth this morning, and she bit back. I said something like, I feel like I'm as old as my dad used to be, because all I talk about is people are getting sick. And she's like, well, this is not the Middle Ages. You know, you're not going to die at 38. And I'm like, no, but I am middle aged. So, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, get yourself checked. Don't let things slide. And honestly, I let things slide in what I had. I probably would have had to go through the same thing, but it could have been a lot easier and a lot less damage or whatever if I'd have got my stuff checked earlier. So yeah, get your stuff checked. Not to bring it down, but we do think about our friend Joe, and we're all getting old. Steve's not. Steve's what 14? How old are you?
I just turned 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. You're legal. There we go.
Well, southern legal, right?
I mean, one of the things about this show and about being involved in the Lego community is that it is a community, and my description of Brick World was, it's like going to a family reunion where everybody loves Lego, and So even though I don't particularly know Joe Mino personally, I've met him a couple of times at conventions. I don't know that I've had a one-on-one conversation with him of any length. But yeah, as a active participant in the Lego world and Lego community, I obviously feel for him and wish him all the best. And so it's you get to know people from all over the planet. That's the wild thing. I've only participated in the Sort Lug 1 or 2 nights, because typically on Friday nights that's my hockey night, and so I only do it when we're in between seasons. But it kind of blew my mind the first time, because Sort Lug will kind of start off North American time as it's getting dark, and like people in Europe are on, and then they kind of drop off, and depending on how long you stay up, the New Zealanders and the Aussies join, because it's getting to be morning over there. And so it suddenly you go, wow, it's a global community, this Lego world. And so you can have people on different continents that you can chat with in the Sort Lug chat. So that's one of the things that's kind of cool about that. If you're ever bored on a Friday night, or you just want to chat with some Lego folks, you can join that Sort Lug chat.
Yep, it's very cool. But yeah, Joe is one of the old ones, and so we wish him to continue to get older with us as we keep on going. So, and with that, you know what? It is at the hour mark, so we will not have a Thursday show. We will be in transit or hanging out at Brick Fair, not Brick Fair, at Atlanta Brick Convention, and excited about that. We might pop on the live thing if we can walk around and do stuff. We might do that Friday night instead. That might be fun and everything. So, but anyway, if you can see us at the show, we'll be around the Peach Lug area, and there'll be lots of cool tables. There'll be a big castle, and no, you're not bringing the big castle, or you are bringing the big castle. Yeah. Big castle. You're bringing the mosaic too, the space mosaic?
Yeah, the updated mosaic, even updated. Even without the extra babies, it's been updated since being in Atlanta BrickCon last year. Got recolored in a better set of hues. So,
and I'll have spaceships that I built for like years, and they come every year. So I'll have that, and Matt will have his super large mosaic and other things, and come check out our Peach Lug table. We would love to say hello. And with that, we will say goodbye. Good night, everybody. Be awesome and build awesome. Be kind to your neighbor. Think about our friend Joe and our